over in UK Goosebumps here, and yeah, welcome back to the channel because I haven't uploaded in like 3 months, mainly because I've had a lot of exams going on right now, like the big ones, the GCSEs, so that's why I haven't been uploading, and also the Instagram's been a bit quiet for around a month because of that as well, but I'm back, and the summer should be full of uploads because obviously I don't have anything to do in the summer, so yeah. So today's video we're going to be talking about the Goosebumps scarezines. So I'll put a picture there of what they look like. So if you didn't know what these were basically like kind of magazines or comics with like some activities and Goosebumps information that were given out as part of the Goosebumps fan club back in the 90s. I think it ran from 94 to 98 if I remember correctly, and they were giving out 4 copies a year, I'm pretty sure. And they came with some other stuff now. I'll put a picture of some of the other items that came with it. They were just like toy things to do with Goosebumps and like bookmarks and door hangers and stuff like that. And you could sign up to this Goosebumps fan club type of thing in book advertisements that came in books. So stuff like in the US it would look like this, and in the UK our advertisements look like this. So quite a big difference in advertisements, I can't lie. And the UK ones with advertisements, they're kind of a hard cardboard. I think with the US it's more of like a paper, but I could be wrong, but the ones I've seen is more like a paper. But in the UK they're like a hard cardboard inserts. They normally get ripped out more. So the UK ones I feel like are especially more difficult to find than the US like inserts of the adverts at least. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what scarezines were and stuff. And I've got the first 12 here luckily, so yeah. This is what they look like. When I first got them, I thought they were going to be like a lot bigger than this. I thought they'd be like magazine size. They're really tiny. They're about as big as my hand. So yeah, they're not big at all. But this type of stuff they have inside, I'll show you now. Basically what happens is it folds out like this. Folds out quite big. And it will just have like activities, like it has a word search. It has how to draw something. But it also has some cool information about the show. So here you go. It says Monster Makers. And it has Ron, I'm sorry if I pronounced his second name wrong, Stefanuk, something like that. The guy who made the props for the TV show, basically. So it has some nice, cool information about that. And I always find this kind of stuff cool, like, because it's kind of rarer, but you kind of get to see, because there's not many things about how they made, because like the props and stuff, there's not much about that. So I think that's pretty cool that we get to see that. Yeah, that's the type of stuff, and it'll say like inside, and it'll tell you what. Yeah, so and also tell you what books you're getting next month and stuff like that. But I'll quickly show you the pictures of all the fronts of these, and yeah. This is scarezine number 2. Number 3, and by the way, I think Tim Jacobus did this artwork. He posted this, I remember, fairly recently, and like maybe like late last year. I'm pretty sure he posted this artwork on his Instagram, and it's a really good artwork. All of these do feature Curly, which is a really nice touch, as in, he's Goose's mascot, but you don't actually see much of him, funny enough. But these covers all feature Curly. This is number 4. Another reoccurring character in these artworks are this pug here. Not sure what his name is. I think he probably does have a name. Another one you'll see in a few Goosebumps YouTubers videos is the ice skating Curly and Mummy. I've seen that used in some thumbnails quite a lot, especially Christmas ones. Another one you'll see if you search up online. For some reason, number 7 pops up a lot more than the other ones. That's what I've seen. So I've seen this cover. Number 7 and number 8 are quite common in my opinion. I've seen them. They're all really rare, but I'll get to that later. Number 8, pug again, or Rottweiler. No, that's not a Rottweiler. I don't even know what it is. A pug, probably. It's a bit big though. Number 10. Another famous picture. I think this is on a bookmark somewhere. I believe it might be on the UK insert of It Came From Beneath the Kitchen Sink. I will find that in a minute for you guys, and I will show you what I mean. This one's I don't see a lot. It's not the most exciting cover ever. You know, there's not a lot going on, like the other ones at least. And this one's probably one of, like, I really like this one. It's just basically a portrait of Curly. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, so I've got the first 12, and if I'm perfectly honest, I don't really know how many there are. I've tried researching it. It doesn't actually say how many there are on a lot of sites. I've only seen them up to number 12, to be honest. But I think I have seen it go above 12, but I could just be making that up. But I'm not sure if I have all of them. I might have all of them, I'm not sure. And I got a really good deal on these. This is what I'm going to talk about next. The prices of these things now, oh my gosh, they're ridiculously expensive. I think there's a listing on Etsy right now. And Etsy always posts stuff ridiculously expensive. But it's like, for a copy of number 1, it's like £100 or something like that. It's ridiculous. And eBay, they used to have loads on there. I can't find any now. But they were never cheap. They were always in like the 25 to 50 range for one copy. Luckily, I got a really good deal on all these 12, and I didn't pay nearly as much money per issue as that. It was a really good deal. And I also got some cool Goosebumps postcards with it. So give me 1 second, and I'll come back and I'll go get that insert and those postcards I was talking about. Alright, so I'm back, and I found that insert I was on about. So here is Goosebumps Scarezine number 10. It's Curly in an armchair holding a cup of tea or coffee. And here is the insert in this book. This is the UK book. And it's literally the exact, I'm not sure if you guys see that, the exact same image as the Scarezine. Him in the armchair, it's just cut out the background. So, yeah, that's pretty weird. I'm not sure why they did that in the UK. They just chose that one, I guess. Pretty strange, but, you know. And here's these postcards I was on about. So there's quite a lot of them, so that's why I got them in this. I'm not going to lie, I haven't even got these out. I got these for Christmas. I hadn't even got any of these out until this video. I'd looked at them a couple of times, but they've just kind of been sitting on the shelf, so I do need to organise them. But yeah, here they are. As you can see, it's a big pile of postcards. So I'm assuming the person I got these from was signed up to this thing as a kid and had collected these, but all they are literally just pictures. So I'll show you some of the ones that aren't. I think this is the only one that isn't an actual just Goosebumps cover. So that could be some nice original artwork. That's cool. All the others are just literally Goosebumps covers, American Goosebumps covers put onto postcards. So yeah, you got Slappy. And you got one Give Yourself Goosebumps one at the back as well, which is Carnival of Horrors. Yeah, so before I sign the video off as well, I want to show you this cool thing. This is like a leaflet, which is like the introduction to the Goosebumps fan club, which is pretty cool. I haven't seen this before. Here it is. It says Goosebumps Guide to, what does it say? A Guide to Goosebumps Collectors Club. And it has a bunch of information about what you can do if you need a refund and stuff like that. And I haven't seen one of these before, so I thought that was pretty cool. So there you go, there's some cool stuff from the Goosebumps fan club and cool stuff from the Goosebumps Scarezines as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching, and sorry for not uploading for a while, but hopefully that made up for it. Yeah, thank you for watching.